I got no excuse for this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There you go. That's it. Have fun. Have fun. So, Clone Commander Rex versus Grand Admiral Thrawn. Who's going to win? I'm just gonna leave it there. Like, there you go. Yeah. Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. I'm serious. Come on, Ajax. Gotta have some conversation. You are an evil man, Vec, but also Thrawn 100%. Why Thrawn? Take them both at their prime. Remember, Thrawn was also in the Clone War. Take them both at the prime. I'm not talking about when Rex was a very old man at the end of Rebels, and obviously he assisted in the takedown of Grand Admiral Thrawn. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about both in the prime. Rex would blind throw with his bald head. Oh my. Think tactically. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. On one hand, we have a clone commander that is a very formidable soldier, right? Then we have a Grand Admiral who's basically a chess master, right? He makes moves, he predicts moves before they're even thought about in the opposition, right? But I do not think that Grand Admiral Thrawn will actually be a decent soldier. I think he's a tactician. I think he's an amazing admiral, but I don't think he would be great in hand-to-hand combat or... I mean, I have seen him take out, like, you know, obviously Ezra or whatever, and capture Ezra. But what I'm talking about is, I don't think Grand Admiral Thrawn is on the level that Rex is. There you go. Thrawn is also goated in hand-to-hand. I may have misjudged this then, because I actually thought that Thrawn was a great tactician, but not a great warrior. But I mean, if you're saying he's goated in hand-to-hand, then sorry, Rex, I have really done you a misservice, bro. I'm so sorry. Bald head on top. Alright. If you guys are going to select one, you have to basically say why. You have to say which one would win and why. Actual reasons. Is it going to be close? Is it going to be, you know, a little bit like, kind of like a tug of war, like 1 minute one person's winning, then the other person brings it back? You gotta let me know, guys. Come on. We've gotta have a full conversation about this. We can't go through like 15 images really quickly. Although I don't think I've helped myself with this one. Rex plays checkers, but Thrawn plays... Here's a question then. Here's a question. Who would you pit against Thrawn? This is the honest hands up, right? Being serious. Thrawn is such a well-written character, right? That I found it difficult to think of someone that could actually take him on. I'm not talking about Ezra, because Ezra's part of the Force, right? He's a Jedi, or whatever. And I feel like... And I feel like I wanted to keep the Jedi separate from this, because they could default to their like Jedi abilities, whereas Thrawn is not a Jedi or a Sith. Yes, from Republic to Empire, he's given his service, but come on, like I feel like who could we actually pit against Grand Admiral Thrawn at this point? Ezra also outsmarted Thrawn. That is true. But if we're talking about a combat situation, I don't think it's very fair to pit a Jedi against Thrawn, even though it has been depicted, I think, in Rebels, I guess. Look, I hate to say it, but a Grand Admiral has more control over war. He says which ship goes where and has to anticipate where to strike, which makes me believe he would be able to anticipate what Rex is going to throw at him. Don't forget, Rex is a master infiltrator. And here's the thing. Just to help Rex out a little bit, let's remove Rex's inhibitor chip. Because I feel like if the chip was still active, Grand Admiral Thrawn could press a button and it would kind of like, yeah, like battle over. And I feel like that wouldn't be fair. So I think it might be a miss on this lineup, but honestly, like I say, guys, let me know who you would pit up against Thrawn, and I might redo the graphic.